It's the venue that's had plenty of success, come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Well, Brock, we saw Week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And it's 3rd down now.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open and beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
On 1, ready?
I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL. And you want to make the most of that chance.
Burrow's first play going to the air. Scott reels it in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
On 1, ready?
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. And you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
On first down, here's Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here.
11 MP tank. 11 MP tank.
To throw again, it's Burrow. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On third down, here's Burrow. Has it down close. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force a punt and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Evans now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. They're out and set, first and 10.
Yellow, yellow.
Motion man sent left. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
A first down carry for Pacheco. Across midfield to the 45. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to...
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. Burrow setting to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11.
On third and goal, here's Burrow. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up fourth and goal.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
11.
Trying for it with Burrow. And he's going to go down. They get to him on fourth and goal and complete the defensive stand. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
A second down run by Pacheco. Still going past the 15. And he'll finally be corralled at the 26. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
He throws a bullet to this. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
It's a set. 12.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. We're through one quarter of this opening. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. First down, Burrow to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has a man, it's Scott. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Well, Brock, even if they decide to start spreading love as the game goes on, I think they've found out who one of their primary targets is going to be.
And by starting so strong, Kate, you know what's going to happen. He's going to benefit all of his fellow receivers. This defense is going to have to dictate coverage, take him away, and it's going to open.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. That's a situation where you got to know on first down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the first row.
Burrow from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Third down from the gun. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. T. Higgins the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Big gain downfield. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Called in by Worthy. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Pacheco will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Buys time, rolling. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs start to fight back with their first points of this game. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Bengals and T. Higgins back in possession here. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them.
Here we go, here we go.
Play action now. Burrow. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Bengals. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. That's complete. Here's Scott. And they get this down to the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. Kate.
Here's a give up the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. Marshawn Nealon, the one to send him down. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. That one's complete over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
Here we go, here we go.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Bengals driving ahead. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Back-to-back carries here. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
12.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
On 1, ready?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Get this set.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Evans now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs returning their offense and this running back to the field. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two.
Throwing again, Mahomes. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
He'll throw it. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. That brings us to our first halftime of the rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Return starts at the 9. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Bengals...
I'm fine. Ready?
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Gun. Dot.
Design bootleg here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Dot.
Now we're on the counter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 6. That's going to bring up 3rd down 9.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And they pick him off again! And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback. But exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Still going inside the 35. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Marshawn Nealon, the one to send him down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. One after added on by Elliott. And the Bengals continue piling on to this lead. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've got a man in motion. 1st down throw, Mahomes. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Fight on these two.
Again, Mahomes to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. He's out in the clear. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties
Still
say
first
no.
down.
It's got to come back.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow gets this one to Pierce. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. The big play nets him 17 yards.
Here we go.
And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Coup on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chiefs cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. He fields it from the 8. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that.
Stop.
The give now out of the shotgun. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I'm wondering. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Here we go. Stop.
From the gun, a give to Brown. Jukes one defender. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Stop.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Jake Elliott on now to attempt this field goal. This 42 yards from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This return makes it up to the 25. We've reached the end of 3 in our... And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Mahomes. Pushing it up past the 30.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Yellow.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action, Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
To the air, Mahomes. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Another carry for him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead?
Here we go.
Did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Has a man, it's Brown. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
They pitch it to him. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11. Stop.
They give it to him again. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Gun.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Bengals looking like they'll start this season with a win. Chiefs in a nickel set for this third down call. Motioning him from the slot right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Bengals take this one on the road.